we're talking about 10th, 11th, 12th, but that ain't no easy fight.
I tried to tell you.
I mean, that's a real solid fight. And I really only give it a 60-40 chance. I give it a 60-40 for Keith Thurman.
Yeah, I think it's looking like that. What you think about Nonito Donaire and that guy Jesse Magladonia?
Oh yeah, he'll beat Jesse. I know Jesse. I've seen Jesse fight twice. I mean live.
Yeah.
Jesse, he ain't got nothing to him. Nonito's gonna stop him.
Wow, I mean, it's there to happen because he comes in with his chin straight in the air and he just rushes in and just start throwing a lot of fast punches, but he got vicious body shots, Sean.
Yeah. I'm gonna put it to you like this. When I saw him fight here in Texas a couple of times, I mean, he does work the body, but the people I've seen him beat up to the body were tomato cans, and he beat them up pretty bad, but I don't know. I just see. Matter of fact, I think I got an older interview I did with him too. I think, but he just unless he's really improved in the last year and a half, because it's been at least a year and a half since the last time I seen him fight. I'm just not really impressed to see. I just don't see nothing right now with him beating Nonito. I mean, he might fool me. I just don't see it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what's the latest with now that Danny Jacobs lost the first bid and it's 75-25 Golovkin? What's the latest? Is it still going to happen, or is Danny going to back out now?
No, well, he can accept the $1.9 million that they offered him, or go to a purse bid. So I think he's going to accept the $1.9 million. He was just trying to, I guess, find some wiggle room and see if it'll work. So they gave him to the 22nd as a deadline to accept to go to purse bid. I would just take the $1.9 million.
Yeah, because it was going to be
75-25. Right, because that's the rule.
75, because he's the super champion and Danny's the regular champion.
It don't matter. If he was the champion, period, 75-25 has always been that crazy split for the champion. Because everybody assumed the champion is the biggest star of the sport.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying with the WBC. The reason why they gave him that is because they actually, and I hate this, but they came out with what's called a Super World Champion. They got Golovkin as the Super World Champion, and Danny is the regular World Champion. I mean, Danny technically is the World Champion, but they created that Super World Champion, and because of that, Golovkin gets the 75 split because he's the Super World Champion.
Well,
they both have the same belt.
Yeah, that's the WBA. Yeah, that's the WBA involvement. But the thing is, Golovkin's going to have the upper hand because the one that Jacobs got is, basically manufactured.
Yeah.
He beat Quillen.
Well, it doesn't matter. He's going to knock out Danny Jacobs anyway.
Yeah, it's all about what round that's going to go down in. But yeah, he should. He should.
So 1.9 million.
1.9. Yep. That should be it. Well, at least Jacobs get to punch him in the face a couple of times, hopefully, before he goes to sleep. But he's the miracle man. Maybe a miracle will happen. Miracle on 41st Street.
Kev, they better not play that angle again. If he can beat Cancer, he can beat Triple G. I'm like, oh God, here we go.
Oh, that's coming. But man, that dude who was on that line last night, Sean, that man had me fucking up. I don't know who this guy was from, what city or what state, but he was wonderful. I'm here for the whole show. I'm here all the way to 9. So he's definitely on the West Coast somewhere. Because he was talking about the show being over at 9. So I'm like, yeah, he's 2 hours behind, so he on the West Coast somewhere. But that guy was hilarious.
What else he had you cracking up about?
Everything. He only wanted to talk about Danny Garcia fighting Sammy Vargas. That was the biggest thing of the day, Shy. He had me cracking up. He needs to be thrown in jail. This is attempt murder. He did this to Salka. How many times must we see this? This guy could die in that ring. Why is he fighting these bums? I'm tired of it. He's fighting bum after bum after bum. Danny Garcia is the worst champion. I tried to give him credit because he fought Batista, but he's let me down. I mean, he was losing it, man. He was cracking me up, Sean. I'll listen to this guy rant for about 20 minutes straight about Danny Garcia. It was hilarious. I never got bored.
Oh man, what was Chris doing? Chris was egging him on like
yeah, Chris was like, yeah, well, you know, you got Chris. Why are you egging this guy on? I'm like, you know, Danny Garcia he fought Lamar Peterson. He fought
don't forget about Lucas Matisse.
He fought even Herrera is tough. We know that everybody know that now. He fought Herrera. He's a tough fight, and he fought the Ghost. He was like, but he fought Paulie Malignaggi in the middle of that. That's kind of, I'm like, well, Paulie got a name. Paulie's name was just as big as his.
Yep. Hey, look, and they keep forgetting about, even though everybody thinks he's a bum, you gotta remember, he beat up and knocked out Amir Khan when people didn't give him a chance.
Yep. Khan was the favorite, you know, and that's when people finally started noticing him. And when he knocked out Khan, and I was on the phone with you when we was watching that, and I was like, yep, it's coming. Boom, there it is.
And look, and they can't forget his coming out party, even though the guy was aged, still his coming out parties when he stopped Eric Morales.
Yeah. Well, everybody kind of.
I mean, so he's got some names on his resume. Not like he's fought bums his whole life.
Exactly, but the thing is, Danny Garcia is fighting Sammy Vargas for a tune-up for his fight to fight Keith Thurman, which is already signed. That was the big news that they was working on, but we already know they've been working on this for months. We've talked about it on the show. So
what people fail to realize is that people don't realize that boxing and Janet Jackson have a lot in common.
What have you done for me lately, right?
Exactly.
Oh my God.
That's how boxing is.
Right, but this is what I don't understand, Sean. I'm like, y'all praise. I'm like, he's fighting Keith Thurman. This is the fight everybody want to see. Keith Thurman and Danny Garcia fight. I'm like, what is the problem? What he's doing before that, everything else is a tune-up. People that had tune-up fights right before a big fight. And I'm like, y'all just watched Andre Ward fight a complete bum. A complete bum. This guy shouldn't even had on boxing gloves. I'm wondering, why did this even appear on HBO? And I'm like, but he's fighting Kovalev. So everybody's like, well, he's fighting Kovalev, so it don't even matter. I'm like, yeah, okay, well, he's fighting Kovalev. It's a tune-up fight. I get it, but you ain't going to get nothing fighting this guy. I guess he just wanted to have some rounds in the ring, but I'm like, you risking getting hurt. Now, this fight here, I doubt Danny get a cut or anything. Hopefully get the guy out of there within 4 rounds. You know, but I guess it's just to keep him active, to get some rounds in, because this guy I have no idea how this guy would help him get ready for Keith Thurman. Yeah. Because he don't even have punching power. So, the only thing he's risking is maybe getting a headbutt. And Danny Garcia suffered a lot of headbutts and cuts
but even still, Kev, that fight's not going to be till March. Even if he did, I personally think he'll have enough time to heal up by that time.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I'm hoping that. But I'm glad that they got the fight made. So that's my main concern, that they got that fight made 100%. That's like the best thing, best news, anything anybody's gotten. Everybody don't even want to talk about the fight. They want to talk about Sammy Vargas. I'm like, why are you arguing about the tune-up?
Hey, Kev, let me ask you this. If Bob Arum and Al Heyman can put some of these fights together, how would you feel Terrence Crawford at 147 fighting Errol Spence at 147?
That's not a good fight for either guy right now. Terrence Crawford has not had a welterweight fight yet. That would just be the wrong idea. But it'll be a good chess match to watch.
Kevin, I wouldn't mind seeing Sean Porter versus Errol Spence next.
Sean Porter versus Errol Spence? Yeah, I mean, that could happen, but Porter don't want that fight. The fight he wants is a rematch between Danny Garcia and Keith Thurman. So he's ready to fight a tune-up just to wait for the winner of that fight.
Yeah, the reason why I asked you about Kell Brook is because I'm hearing, unless Amir Khan's moving to 154, I'm hearing from Eddie Hearn and them that they're close to making the Amir Khan versus Kell Brook in the UK. But I don't know what weight class.
If that fight happens, weight doesn't even make a difference. Kell Brook will knock out Amir Khan within a few rounds.
Well, we know that, but we know Amir Khan ain't going to want to give up a lot of weight. He'll probably want 150 pounds.
Khan will take this negotiation to the brink. He's probably already got everybody hair going gray. Because you got to deal with all Khan lawyers and all the Khan men that's there. And I don't even think they should do the fight. Amir Khan brings absolutely zero to the table. Except for over in the UK, it'll be official that now he's nothing but dog doo. Some you step on outside on the street. That's all Amir Khan is. He's been overrated his entire boxing career. And he's been getting away with stealing people's money.
I just hope Kell Brook don't have a detached retina or nothing that serious. I hope his over the bone feels good.
Nah, he's alright. They already did the surgery. It's already recovered fine. He'll be back in full contact before you know it. So are we going to get suicidal? Are we going to get suicidal Adrian Broner versus Ricky Burns now? I don't know, man. Now they talking about his account might have been hacked or something, and he's all right. This is like an alcoholic, Sean. This is what you don't give them an audience. The same thing they say. Don't give alcoholics an audience. Don't give people who got millions of dollars. Like he sent me the thing about Wack Hunter. Like Wack Hunter said about him. I mean, look, you got millions of dollars. There's people with plenty of problems, greater problems than you. You know, they lost their job. They can't feed their family. They have no money. The rent's due. They don't have no idea where they're going to be. These are the type of people that might be suicidal, even though I still think that's no reason to kill yourself at all.
Yeah, Danny, so why don't you just go ahead and kill yourself and stop wasting air?
I mean, yeah, you make it makes people upset, Sean.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it just irritates me to hear something like that. I'm like, you got 5 kids out there, you gonna scar for life. I'm like, my 2 friends, they brothers, they lost their mother. She killed herself, and that messed their life up completely.
Yeah.
For years, even today, they still haunted by the fact that they don't understand why. They went to school and came back one day and their mother killed themselves. And they don't know why it happened. And I'm like, they got money galore. All the money in the world. And they were just wasting it. It had no meaning to them. They were just totally a mess. One of the sons, he kept trying to commit suicide himself. He was so depressed. He don't know. Their whole teenage years growing up was a mess. It was a miracle now that they are even functional.
Right.
But going through that period, they were a mess. They never had an answer for anything.
Right.
They didn't know why she did it. And just for that fact alone, people don't know how selfish the act actually is. You're not helping anybody by killing yourself.
Right, exactly.
You're not, all you're doing is running away from a burden. Like I told you, 2 people at our job is so stress-driven. When we was working at that place, people just killed themselves. When they couldn't get sales and everything else, that lady, she had all this IRS problems and all this stuff. She just killed herself. She couldn't even face it.
Man.
I'm like, IRS problems? And she just killed herself? Like, yeah, man, she committed suicide. And I just found this out 2 weeks ago. Two people that we worked with just killed themselves. I'm like, man, sell, sell, sell. But yeah, Deontay Wilder got to fight the winner of the Stavern and Povetkin fight.
No, nobody wants to see him fight Stavern again.
Well, if Povetkin win, then there you go. But
I want to see him face the winner of Anthony Joshua, Vladimir Klitschko. That's what I want to see.
Well, Anthony Joshua and Klitschko is not even a done fight yet. And then you got Luis Ortiz, who did the smart thing by going over to Golden Boy. I mean, getting away from Golden Boy and going over there with Eddie Hearn, where all the heavyweights are, so he can get some fights. That was the smartest thing he did, was ask for a release. Because Golden Boy would have held him, because they don't have nobody for him. We're going to bring this Mexican guy. He's a heavyweight. He's officially 280 pounds. In Mexico, he's 3,001. So we're going to bring him over here. They was like, who is this guy, Oscar? Some guy coming in there chewing, eating a torta, talking about he knocked out heavyweights in Mexico. I knocked out Julio, man. He's 5'2", 380 pounds. We went one round, man. Booga, Gato. It was like, he's got a devastating left hook. Don't judge him by how he looks.
Oh, God.
It's going to be exciting. Oh, man. So,
that's crazy. I can see something like that happening, too.
Nah, I mean, that's what was going to happen until he said, I'm out.
Yeah, no, that's all I'm saying. I can see Golden Boy doing that.
Yeah, they probably pitched him. You don't have to leave. We'll have you fights. And he got up out of there. So,
I'm interested in this, one of the fights I'm really interested in is Lomachenko versus Nicholas Walters.
Oh, yeah, of course. Everybody's waiting on that, because it's like, can he survive the axe? Lomachenko, and can Lomachenko's speed be enough? Because his feet work is incredible.
Yep.
So he'll always beat Nicholas to the spot.
You know what's going to be the determinant factor? It's going to be the determinant factor, Kev. If Nicholas Walters is in training camp to lose weight right now, or is he in training camp for conditioning?
He's doing both. He's got enough time, but it depends on, he's going to be so rusty because he's been out the ring for so long. You know, the rust is going to be there for the first couple of rounds. But here's the thing.
He can't dwell on that Donita Donaire win, because Donita and Lomachenko are totally two different fighters.
No, it's not about that anyway. It's not like he didn't use a style to beat them anyway. He used power. And that's it. His body punching is hard, and his right hand chops down like an axe. That's basically all he's going to use. He's going to counter punch whenever Lomachenko comes in. And the fact that they're fighting at a higher weight than originally was planned, so that plays into both guys' favor.
I think he's coming at 130, right?
Yep. So I'm just happy they got the boxing fights going again, man. They're cranking the engine back up. Like I was telling this guy, I'm like, dude, they don't fight. Danny Garcia is fighting on TV. It's for free. They're not charging you for this. I'm like, Pacquiao charged you money to see Chris Algieri. You had to pay on pay-per-view to see him fight Chris Algieri.
Yeah, I think this was going to be on Spike TV.
Yeah, I'm like, this is like a free fight.
And Kevin, it's so funny because absolutely, I don't know not one person that's talking about Pacquiao versus Vargas.
Because it's October the 13th. That fight ain't gonna get discussed until the week before the fight. That's why you haven't seen any promotion for it either. No promotion for that fight is gonna kick off until the week of the fight. That's what I'm going to hear from everybody.
Yeah.
So today, I think GH3 is supposed to be talking with Sean Simpson. So we'll see how that's going with Tony.
Oh, Vito and him.
Yep. I told him you know him. I'm like, well, Sean them know him, but I'm like, let me not bring Sean into this. Tony.
Oh yeah, cause I said take Tony, not the way you.
That's what I'm saying.
Insane.
That's why I said let me not bring Sean into this too quick. Cause I know, yeah, Tony will call you about 1,000 times a day. You'll be in the middle of calls and here it comes.
Yeah. All right. Well,